Would you be interested in self-employment, or have you thought about putting up a business of your own in Finland? You should definitely watch TE Live this time, because we'll be talking about an online course which will give you a lot of guidance on how to start up a business of your own. So stay online, yeah? Hello, and you're very welcome to watch TE Live today. So today our topic is entrepreneurship, and we'll be talking about a free online course which is provided by TE Services. Now, this online course will give you a lot of guidance on how to start up a business of your own. And you can apply to the course and you can start it immediately after you have been approved to the program, because it's an online course, so the material is already there. So you can start it already during the application process once you have been approved. So during the whole broadcast, we do have a chat available. So if there is anything in your mind that you want to ask about this course, please just write it on the chat field, and we'll be looking at your questions at the end of the broadcast. So now we have project manager Taina Lehikoinen from Ely-keskus. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let's go through this background here a bit. Like, why did TE Services decided to organize this course, and how is it useful?
Well, it's actually part of our Kokeile vain, or give it a go. It's a tryout by our ministry in 7 other areas in Finland also. And it's mainly, or it is actually directed to under 30-year-olds who are interested in self-employment or entrepreneurship. And we have this online course as a part of it because we are trying completely new things, like things that are online. We have a website and we have Instagram, where we also give guidance, and you can ask questions, and there are asiantuntijat who will give you answers. So we're doing this all online.
Yeah, so can anyone join this? Let's say if somebody is a nurse with a business idea, or a construction worker with a business idea, can anyone join this?
Yes, you don't even have to have a business idea. What you do have to have is you have to be under 30, and you have to be living in Uusimaa and be a customer in TE Services or receiving startup grant.
So what if somebody speaks only in English and just a little bit of Finnish? So does he or she still have chances to start up a business in Finland?
Yeah, of course, yes. Although I would recommend that you take up partnership with somebody who knows better Finnish. But of course, yes. And that's what I think is lovely. That's why we have all these in English. So this online course and all the materials there, you can study in your own time, on your own course. You don't have to, study it in 8 hours every day. You can completely decide yourself and do it in English, completely in English.
So how many people are taken in? Like, are all the applicants who apply to this, are they taken in?
Yes, if they are TE Services customer, under 30 and living in Uusimaa, which also includes Helsinki then.
Yes, okay, so let's go take a look a little bit about the main topics of the course. So we have a graphic here. There is sales and marketing. So how big role does marketing have in general when you're starting up a business?
I think it's completely in a key position. Of course, I'm a marketing major, but for me, marketing is everything. And in today's online business culture, I think marketing has become even more important. But what you have to have is pricing. You have to know how to price your product so it actually reaches your target group, your customers that you are. And thinking about all of this really takes up I think, the biggest effort. So that is what we have in this course. You can, do tests, watch videos, there are articles about it, and then you can also talk to your peers, other students of this course, and ask them and discuss with them. So it's kind of a social media type.
Yes, and when it comes to social media marketing, is that also being guided during the course, like how to do marketing on social network?
Yeah, but it's not on focus, because there are actually a lot of courses in social marketing. But what I would suggest that you do, if you think there's too little study material on social marketing, send us a message about it, or we are asking you feedback if you start this course, and you can give us feedback. Oh, I need more material on this, and we will provide it, because this is an experiment and we try to get better all the time.
Yeah, and what about interaction and negotiation skills? What kind of skills of those would you recommend for an entrepreneur to have?
Yes, that's very important, and that's also something that if you think it's lacking there, we have such broad subjects, and mostly it's of course about money, but if we can improve our marketing material, just send us a message through the app or the online course. You can also send feedback there. But yes, communication skills in today's marketing, social media and so on, very crucial, very key. So if you don't know very good Finnish, I suggest you get a partner or do cooperation, partnership type of marketing thing with somebody who knows Finnish also. But obviously you don't have to have that yourself. It can always be arranged.
Yeah, and so to get a startup grant in Finland, which practically means financial support during the first months of the starting up the business. So to get that in Finland, you need to have a business plan first.
Yes.
So how is the business plan or making it? How is it guided in the course?
It's all the time there with every subject, because every subject actually ties up to your business plan, and whilst you're building it. And when you then apply for the grant, after that you will be developing your business plan. And actually I have some really exciting news. Our, you could say, colleagues in Häme, they are as we speak, they are creating a game about creating your business plan. So we will have that too.
Oh yeah, that's very interesting topic.
Very interesting.
Yes, and so we'll let you know that to get the startup grant and to get more information about that, you should click on the links that we put on the chat field. So then you can get some more information about what is this startup grant and how do you apply it. So when we're going from business idea to practical functions, that's one of the topics as well. So how are the practical skills being taught on this course?
Like I mentioned, we have lots of videos. We also have tests and articles, but there is no really practice there because everything is online, and there are other courses for that. So maybe that would be an idea to build up on that how you find the where you can actually practice, or maybe we could do that. Maybe we could gather a group who can then train each other. What a great idea. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, and so in Finland there are many ways of being entrepreneur. So one can have basically like a joint stock company, or then just a trade name or a business identity code. So all these different forms of being an entrepreneur. So is it going to be clear to the students after this course which one suits best for them?
Yes. All of those will be going through. Will be gone through. And what I would think is that if you just want to try out, maybe light entrepreneurship without your own company is a very good way, but you should ask your TE asiantuntija, your specialist, you know, the one that is serving you in TE services, about that more before you start any kind of entrepreneurship. that is very important. You should always inform people, whether it's Kela or whether it's TE-services, when you start thinking about starting your own company.
Yeah,
so just
exactly.
keep them informed. That's the safest thing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So does this course include exams of some kind?
Yeah, not really exams, but tests where you can test yourself. But there is no exam, that you can fail, which is great. You don't have to, stress about that. But if you want to know whether I've learned everything that's crucial in this course, there are tests.
Yeah. And so this will be done as online course.
Yes.
So what kind of materials have they been downloading in already? Is there like videos, articles?
Yes. Videos, articles, tests, and then don't forget about your peers. You can always chat with them or ask them for help. That's very, I think, very really new and exciting part of this Planet course, that it's actually like social media, that you actually have your peer group to ask them.
Are all the lectures recordings, or are there any live? Are there recordings?
No live.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
because otherwise you couldn't. Yeah, because if they were live, then you would have to be there at some definite time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now there's this mandatory of 3 days, but after that you can also go on for three months. So what is the thing about it if you go on for 3 months? So will you just get some deeper learning, or what does it include?
Well, there's so much material that I guarantee you that even if you're very eager, you won't get through it in 3 days. So the idea is that you can try it out for 3 days, and actually you can't really lose, because if you do that 3 days and you get increased unemployment benefit for 3 days, and then you decide, I really want to continue, you have all of 3 months to study everything and do it again until, so it's actually a very good offer.
Yeah, sounds like that. So let's take a look at your chat questions now, what you have been sending to us. Okay, there is Simon has asked how much this will cost and how long does it last?
Well, it's completely free.
Yes.
Actually, you get paid for 3 days of worth. It's almost 30 euros. I'm not, don't quote me on that, but it's it's the increased unemployment benefit for 3 days, and it's completely free, and you can't fail it, so there's no stress. And you can study for 3 months if you get really interested.
Yes, exactly. And so be nice, asking, I'm not registered as a customer of TE office. Should I do that first and then apply?
Yes, I think if you're either under the unemployment threat, or you are already a customer of TE service, or you already receive the startup grant, which is also, So if you are already quite far along in your business ideas, then you can also apply for that. But if you're not unemployed or anything, then you should really, I think, apply for.
But should everyone be registered customers of TE services anyway?
Yeah, it's not. No, you don't have to be. You can, but you can apply for that online course, and there should be no problem if you're under 30, under unemployment threat, or a TE service customer, and live in Uusimaa, because we get loads of applications for people that are either over 30 or live somewhere else.
Yeah, that's too bad. So Nazia is asking, does this entrepreneurship work in the case that I should do freelance work in order to offer my services to potential clients? So is it suitable also for freelancers, if I understand it right? Yeah.
Yes, and that's where I think everybody should start is freelancing or light entrepreneurship, just to try it out, so you don't like change everything and then you realize, nah, this is not for me. That's why we have this give it a go or kokeile vain. That it's the meaning is that you can just try it out.
Yeah. And Nazia is also asking, how do the formalities differ for the people over plus 30 years old and want to start such services?
Yes, well, I'm only an expert on this one. And this is for under 30s. I'm so sorry. We have applied for that we could open it up more. And if there are enough requests, that might even happen. So just request it. But right now it's only under 30s.
And Nicholas is also wondering, why is it targeted for only people under 30?
Well, it's the ministry who gave the money for us to do this tryout. That's why it is. But we have already asked them if we could open it up, because we get so many requests.
So maybe it can be possible one day. Yes.
Stay tuned.
That's encouraging. Yes. And would it affect somehow on the unemployment benefits if we take this course? Do we need to continue our entrepreneurship after 3 months?
No.
I feel like this is the right.
Very good question.
Yeah.
If you only do this, even for 3 months, there's no pressure on you to start actually as an entrepreneur or light entrepreneurship or even freelancer.
Yeah.
You know, no, there's no mandatory anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just try it out.
And about the benefits, you should ask from the experts of TE services, and we'll put their contact information on the chat field.
Yes,
so
always ask them. We are not like specialists on these. They are, and it's always safest to inform them if you're, thinking of doing something that might affect your benefits, your unemployment benefits. Always ask first.
Yes. Okay. So thank you very much, all of you, for your questions, and we will still go on with the conversation a little bit after the broadcast. So thank you so much. And one more last question to you. What would you say to those who consider becoming entrepreneurs?
Well, I think I have been entrepreneur. I really loved it. I love the freedom, and it was a very good part of my life. I've also worked for somebody else, and now even for the Finnish government. So in that sense, I've tried it out, all of it. And I think if you value freedom, the fact that you can decide for yourself and you can stand a bit of stress, because you will actually have to get all the money that you're spending. And what I think is very crucial is self-marketing. Now, you don't have to do it yourself. You can actually do the swapping, because even if I am an expert of marketing and I was selling my services as a marketer, I was awful at marketing myself. I was like, I'm not that good actually. So all of that, you have to, get somebody who can, just sell your praises and so on. So I think all in all, if you start your entrepreneurship or light entrepreneurship alone, it's very wise to find a group where you can get support, emotional support.
Exactly.
Also, nobody can know everything. People are specialized. So that's my advice is get to know other people who are, and you don't have to be on the same field.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So now from our part, we thank you very much. I thank you for coming to our studio.
Thank you.
And so you should apply to this course using the link that we put on the chat. And on the applying page, it says that you should apply latest on 31st, but after that, it will still go on. So you can still apply to this course even
Yes.
later in the autumn.
Several
Yeah.
months, yeah.
Yes. And so from our part, we thank you very much for watching this broadcast. And if you still have time for 4 minutes, there will be an introduction video about how to join the Planet platform as an online course. But from our part, we thank you very much and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi there, and welcome to learn how to get started with Planet Learning Platform. Registering to Planet happens through an invitation. You will receive an invitation to your email, and by clicking on the link, you will be directed to registration. Fill in your details and click register. This is generally what the home page will look like. Here you will see all the courses you have been invited to. On the first page, you will see a few important things that are good to keep in mind. At the very top, you'll find your name, and you can add additional information to your profile if you like. You can find your certificates here when you have earned some. You can manage your account preferences, for example, notification settings. You can choose your preferred language. And account information. You can change your name, change your password. And here you can see the chat icon where we have 2 board chats where you can ask questions, where the teacher can post questions. And you may also be able to have some private chats with other people. If you click on the logo over here, you are directed back to the home page. So back to the courses. I will open my Planet user training board. And in the courses, we have 4 main tabs: overview, content, track, and analytics. The overview page is all about getting an overview of the course. For example, here there's course completion criteria, there's information about the course. The next tab is the content tab, and that will have all the material you will need during the course. The contents are divided into subtopics called modules, as you can see here. And each module will show how much content you have completed in this bar over here. When you need to open a content, you can just open it by clicking it. First, you can find some general information about how to complete the user training. And Planet is actually all about interactivity, so you can easily make comments and ask questions. For example, in here, you can make questions by highlighting this area. You can highlight it. You can make comments about it. You can post anonymously. The same commenting system also works in the videos. So when you find an interesting part of the video, you can press the pause button, add a private note or a comment. The third tab is the track tab, and this will show you how much process you have been making. And if I want some more information, I can just click on my name here, and it will show me all the assessments I need to complete. Here it shows me 0 out of 3 mandatory assessments. If I go to assessments here, it will show me all of the assessments I need to complete, and it tells me now that I haven't opened them. In the future, once I have completed them, it will show me my scores as well. Then the analytics tab shows you your learning analytics. You can keep track of these, and it can even help you improve your study habits. If you have any questions about the platform, you can always find relevant information here, going to contact support. If we click on this, we are open to our Zendesk, and you're able to find relevant information here. So now it's time to start your learning journey in Planet. Enjoy!